Here's where we get to the nerve state admission, real talk about fake people. We never discuss what condition those bodies were in, what JFK Jr. did that night, and we have to. We have to, because it completely obliterates the kind of fantasy, the bullshit fantasy that CNN is shilling over here. And it's the fantasy that the Kennedys insist upon, that and it allows for a continued communal just adoration of this family. It's why the phrase American royalty is still stuck in the lexicon, and we got to get it out. We have to get it out. And this is the way. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to warn you, this is very graphic, very graphic. We are going to hear from a former Navy diver called Joshua, who says that he was on the dive team that recovered Carolyn, Lauren, and John's remains. He appeared on the Marco Rudo Exchanges podcast 9 months ago. How this thing didn't make blazing headlines is beyond me. His interview so far has almost 500,000 views. And what's telling to me is that nobody's, by the way, YouTube, if the Kennedys reach out to you and say, take it down, please do not. I mean, I think this guy's telling the truth. I spoke extensively to this amazing guy, Bobby. He's in my other book, American Predator. He used to head the dive team for the FBI out of LA. And he walked me through front to back how a dive team works. And this guy, Joshua, sounds totally legit to me. And it's a very small community, the people who do these recoveries, because they experience traumas. They see things down at the bottom of the ocean that nobody should ever have to see. So, and I say this also to make it clear that none of the families have so far sued regarding this podcast or the information that Joshua revealed in this interview. So we are going to begin. We're going to do 3 bites of this. We are going to begin with his description of the condition of the bodies. And again, this is graphic. Here we go.
We saw him face fronted into the cockpit, and then we could see the blonde hair girls in the rear seats. Everyone's still seatbelted in. We recovered the 3 bodies. One detail was that JFK Jr.'s legs were, some people will say they were inside of him from impact. Fortunately, we found the kneecap in the cockpit dashboard, so that doesn't really happen when something goes inside of you. So they were very mangled, almost like a tin can just twisting on human flesh. It just cuts you up, tears you up. But yes, they were still seatbelted in. So we actually had to remove via cutting the seatbelts to then unfold the seats and unfold some metal a little bit to get them out. We put all 3 bodies into actual body bags down there and kept them on the side where we stored all the other stuff that we found on the plane in this like sort of cage on the bottom. But yeah, they were horribly mangled. It was very, very kind of distorted to see. They had been down long enough to where the water has kind of been soaking into them a little bit, kind of puffy, kind of look to them.
So imagine that, okay? And the front of that plane, I've seen the NTSB photos. They're out there. If you want to see them, you can see them. It was completely shattered, almost into nothing. So basically, what Joshua is being a little too polite to say is that the flesh of the bodies themselves had meshed with the metal on impact, and they had to take it apart underwater to get whatever of the remains they could get. And that's right. They put the body bags in there. They put them in the body bags underwater to keep the media from ever getting an image. Joshua also talks about what else they recovered from the plane, which is salient. So listen to this.
But I mean, they were going to a wedding, I believe, so they had a lot of personal items. I mean, from Guns N' Roses CDs, he had just broken his leg previously, so he was still kind of utilizing crutches. We found the set of crutches down there.
The crutches. He couldn't fucking walk without crutches. He had just gotten his cast off. The crutches were down there. God, what I wouldn't have given for the media to have a photo of that. Joshua is asked now, it's 25 years later, is he able to talk about other things that he saw down there, things that not even the families might know? I believe here the questioner means the Bissett family, because Ted Kennedy knew everything. I'm sure of it. It's Ted who raced up there and took control of everything, and it's Ted who had all of those remains cremated very hastily. I don't even think he consulted with the Bissett family, because if he had, we would have known. And the autopsy report disappeared forever. I am sure it was burned. I am sure it was burned. So Joshua says, yes, he does have a very critical detail, and he's describing the divers on the bottom are in constant communication with the dive team leaders who are up above on any given vessel, okay, or any given surface. So he's talking about a key piece of evidence that was a body part that has never before been reported, and it's Carolyn's.
One of the biggest, maybe items that were, let's say, not recovered were when we were just about done taking care of the whole work site. We got probably, I would say, like 95% of the wreckage that was down there. One of the very, very last divers, even after they did the burial at sea, so bodies cremated, kind of, said your farewells, we found, I'd probably say, a quarter size of a scalp of blonde hair that had been wrapped around her umbilical. And so, you're kind of putting your hose away to be done with the dive. And one of the divers said, topside, I have, this substantial size scalp down here. And at one point, everyone was kind of like, well, what do we do? It's, make a decision. And basically just the topside diver said, no, you didn't.
No, you didn't. And Joshua goes on to say that diver released the scalp and it floated away. No, you didn't. That's why the nerve is here. And that's why I wrote Ask Not. And that's why I'll continue to bang this drum with all of you. Yeah, you did. Yes, you did. Honeylove is an independent, female-founded brand, and all Honeylove products are intelligently designed by women who actually wear them, including founder Betsy, who is highly involved in the development of each product. Honeylove bras are supportive and wire-free, thanks to bonding technology that lifts without underwire. You deserve a bra that is lightweight and comfortable without sacrificing support. Honeylove shapewear is designed to move with you, not against you, and uses targeted compression to enhance your curves instead of squeeze them. It is all designed to work with your body. Treat yourself to the most advanced bras and shapewear on the market, and you can save 20% off Honeylove at honeylove.com/nerve. Use our exclusive link to get 20% off. honeylove.com/nerve to find your perfect fit. After you purchase, they will ask you where you heard about Honeylove. So please support the Nerve and tell them that we sent you, that you are a troublemaker sent by us. Experience the new standard in bras and shapewear with Honeylove.